Hello everyone, welcome to Advanced Python Programming tutorial. Today we are going to see very interesting point in Python programming, that is graphical user interface. Graphical user interface is very important because it is going to decide how your application is going to look. So Python offers multiple options for developing GUI, that is graphical user interface. Out of all the GUI methods, Tkinter is the most commonly used method. That is what we are going to see. What it is a standard Python interface to the Tk GUI toolkit shipped with Python. Python with Tkinter is the fastest and easiest way to create the GUI applications. So in this tutorial, what we are going to see? We are going to learn about how to create windows using Tkinter. Then we are going to talk about adding widgets such as buttons and text boxes to the window. And then finally we will learn how to create interactive applications by associating Python functions on button clicks. So let's begin. Here demo have performed on Windows 10 operating system with Python version 3.7. You can use any version, that is higher Python versions. Along with this, we will use Notepad for editing Python code and then command prompt to run the Python code or file, that is .py file. As per my environment, you are going to use Windows 10 OS, Python version 3.7 and onwards, Notepad for editing and command prompt for executing the Python code. That is in nutshell. Okay, let's build our first Python GUI application. The basic element of Tkinter GUI is window. So this is what the window we are going to see when we are going to run the application. Window are the containers in which all the other GUI elements are placed. These other GUI elements, whatever we are going to see, these elements are text boxes, labels and buttons, and they are called as widgets. So see here, you can see here the label where the text for label is name. Then this is the text box where we are going to do the entries, then the submit button and then the exit button. So these are nothing but two buttons, and that is the text box and this is the label. Widgets are contained inside of windows. So firstly, let's create a window that contains no widgets. So now we are going to create our first window in Python. Let's see the demo. So here I'm going to use a notepad for editing the code. So I'm giving title as creating windows. So first that we have to use here Tkinter module. So from Tkinter import star, that means whatever functions we need to use, that all functions we are going to import in our file. Okay, then window, you can use any variable name. So basically here window is nothing but the variable name and we are calling a function tk. Okay, then what basically we are going to add, that is what we write here, but right now we are not doing it. We are now calling window dot main loop. Let's call the main loop. Main loop is a function which is going to call our window and it is going to run our window continuously. Okay, so let's save this file. I say it Control S. Now I have created in D drive Python folder, inside that GUI demo, and I'm giving name to this file as GUI demo.py. For simplicity, I'm putting these names, this name in double quote, and I'm checking the type of the file as all files. So demo file, that is what I have already created. Now second name I'm giving to the file as GUI demo.py. This is what my code creating windows from Tkinter import star window is equal to tk window dot main loop. Here the things that we need to understand, here we are using Tkinter package, and from this Tkinter package we are going to use a tk function, and we are going to assign it to a window variable, and then window dot main loop. So when we will run this, let's see what happens. Okay, so for running we are going to use command prompt. So I am typing here cmd in run command prompt. Now I'm going to the location where my file is stored. So as our file is in the drive, so let's type the colon, then cd python, then inside python we had GUI demo, so GUI demo file, and then inside we have our file. So we need to write python interpreter and then name of the file as GUI demo.py. Take some time initially, and now see here we got our window open. So this is nothing but the window that is going to run when we have executed our code. Okay, so when we close this, the main loop function will stop and it will show us the command prompt here. Okay, so this is the way in which we create the window in Python. Okay, now let's understand how to add widgets to the window. There are different widget classes that we need to use. So let's understand from what different widget classes we have and what their descriptions are. We have label. This is a widget used to display the text on the screen. So whatever screen we have to display, for that purpose we will be using label. Then we have widget as button, a button that can contain text and can perform an action when clicked. Then entry. For this entry we have that means when we want to make text box which is accepting a single line of text, we use this entry widget. Okay, so the text entry widget that allows only a single line of text. Then text, a text entry widget that allows multi-line text entry. And finally the frame, a rectangular region used to group related widgets or provide padding between widgets. So let's understand one by one. So let's understand how to add other widgets to the window, starting with adding a label. Use the label class to add some text to the window. So here we are going to use a class named as label. Create a label widget with the text hello India and assign it to a variable called label1. Means we are going to start with creating a label widget. The text of that label will be hello India, and we are going to assign it to a variable called label1. So how to do this? Very simple. Label1 is equal to label. Label is nothing but the class. Okay, then text is equal to hello India. Text is the option which is used along with the label, and the value for that text is hello India. So when we will add this label to our window, we will be able to see the label with text as hello India. The window that we have created earlier doesn't change. It's not going to change anything. We are just creating a label widget, and we are going to add it onto the window. We haven't added it to the window yet. We have just created the label. There are several ways to add widgets to a window. Right now we will use the label widgets.pack method. So whatever label widgets we have or whatever widgets we are creating, to add them onto the window we have a .pack method. So how to use this? Label1.pack, and by using this we will be able to add this widget onto the window. So let's see the demo for this. This is what our existing window. All right, now what we are going to do, we are going to create a label widget. So how to do this? We will go to this line and then we will declare a label1 variable that is equal to, let's call a label class, and then assign text option to this as hello India. Let's close this. Okay, and then let's add this widget on our window. So label label 1, that is variable, and the method is pack method, as I have explained. Okay, so let's save this, Control S. Let's go to the command prompt. So this is what our command prompt. Okay, so on this command prompt, now I'm going to write as same command, python.gui demo, enter. See, we have got the, maximize this is what the hello India that we have got on the label. Okay, now we can also decide the color, foreground color, background color, font color, the size of the font, that everything we can decide. Okay, so how to do this? You can add control label as text and background color using the foreground and background parameters. So how can we do this? Very simple. Label 1 is equal to label text hello India, that is what we know. Along with that, we have the option as foreground, so that is what we are going to set as white. Set the text color to white, and background as black. Set the background color as black. So this is what we are going to do now. Now we have already added text hello India. Then let's add foreground, FORE, foreground, GROUND is equal to black, white, WHIT, white. So foreground white we have used. Okay, and then comma, background is equal to black. That's it. So let's save this. See here, you can see the foreground color is hello India, that is white, and background color is black. In this way we can change the color. Okay, now there are numerous valid colors names, including the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Let's see the demo one by one. So now I'm changing the foreground color as red and background color as LIGHT, light blue. So that is also possible. Let's run this and see here, the light blue and the foreground color is hello India. So in next video tutorial, we will see how to add the other widgets such as button, text box to window. Thanks for watching this video.